All right, we're back from map 1. Not quite as turbulent, but going into map 2 between the Misfits here and Winterfox, it's a stinger. Let's put it that way.
This is where it all turns around. It's Winterfox map pick. It's Mirage.
Yeah.
This is where they do it. I think this is where the misery continues for the Australians.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better from this point. Now,
no.
If we do look at this, like I said, in case you're just joining us, Winterfox is playing from Australia or the Oceanic region.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we have a new team in Misfits with 2 new players, French players at that. There was some speculation whether they'd be in North America, but they
met us halfway.
Yeah.
One of them made it over.
Yeah, that's true. So we actually only have one of the new French players here in North America. Yeah. It's just an all-around
weird game.
Bad circumstance if you're Winterfox. Like, already you're having a pretty rough season, and then you've got to now add some ping on top of that. And by some ping, I think it was like 180.
I mean, you can never really say that Winterfox took the easy route.
No.
In that sense. So, they're playing the game at hard mode at this point, and it's not really working out, but it is what it is. At least, you got to give them props for showing up and playing through the games, because it's obviously not fun going into this knowing that you're going to sit there with 250 ping and just be like, I'm not going to be able to do anything.
So there was an army terminology. It's embrace the suck. It's just when you know it's going to be bad, you just embrace just how not fun this is going to be.
That's how you build camaraderie, right? Like when you get a common enemy, and that's the ping right there.
It's a little late to be building camaraderie in this ESL Pro League season, but
better late than never. Better late than never.
Better late than never. You're right. Now, I know that standing by, we do have Eric de Beer Stromberg, who's got a segment put together on Misfits' Mirage. If we want to take a look at that now.
Hey, what's up? How's it going? Welcome back to Stromberg Strategies, and we're going to take a look here at Winterfox. No, we're not, because they're going to lose. Back to you.
Well, there you have it.
That was abrupt and unexpected, nonetheless. And like he said it, and I don't even think that he means it in terms of just, okay, so structurally and strategically they're in a bad spot, but they're in a bad spot all around.
Yeah, no, they're in a bad continent, and that's
whoa.
Compared to where they should be at this point, right? And nothing against Oceania, like I love that.
Hey man, it's your career, not mine.
But yeah, no, it's obviously not a great space, great spot to be in for Winterfox, and it didn't really matter, what Eric would have brought, broken down really in terms of what Winterfox are able to do, because they're going to be doing everything, at a bit of a, 2.5 delay.
It's 2.5 delay by far. I kind of want to bring our commentators into this, if at all possible, to kind of like bring them on board with what exactly is melting down over on this side of the world. Sam, what's your take on this entire thing?
Well, I think it kind of sucks. That's my take.
All right.
Thanks for the great questions, Sana.
Well, let's think about
What's
this.
my
right?
take?
Is there a chance?
What entire thing?
Is there a chance in I can't even ask the question. It's not even close. Like, I don't think that there's even a fighting chance.
It's like, is that a troll question, bro? Like,
yes. Actually, both of them were troll questions, because I unfortunately can't take this too seriously.
I mean, it's hard to, right? I mean, okay, Sam, what's the worst playing conditions you've ever had, and does it even compare remotely to what we're seeing Winterfox go through?
Ooh. Sometimes playing with Chewbacca was rough. He was screaming a lot.
I feel like you get that from a lot of players you play with up through the years, though. You do.
No, probably the worst playing conditions I've had is PUBGing with Mo. Playing PUBG with Mo is like playing on impossible mode.
So would you say that's worse?
It's more difficult than like Dark Souls on the hardest mode possible. Playing PUBG with Mo.
So is it worse than 250 ping?
It's up there.
Okay.
It's
winning with Mo in PUBG is up there. It's comparable. Yeah. It's that tough.
Okay, so interesting question for both of you, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and actually, we're gonna take this one into more serious mode here.
Oh, so it's not gonna be what's your take on Mirage? Maybe
take on Mirage. You could have even talked about the layout of the map at this point. It would have been still suffice.
There's an A, there's a B.
No, but check this out. With these two lineups, which one has, I guess, more longevity? I mean, where do you see this Misfits lineup in 6 months from now?
I assume there's probably going to be about 3 more roster changes in the next 6 months.
High hopes.
And Winterfox, not going to be a team in 6 months. I mean, because they're going to get relegated probably. I mean,
that's fair.
And then why would they keep playing together? Well, maybe they keep playing together in Australia, but I don't know.
Yeah, if they're not even going to be able to get back to the US, then it's kind of a bigger issue at play.
It's a rather unfortunate situation for them,
especially when the wall's coming up.
Woo! We're on one tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But
we have it.
It is that time. We're going to get into the action here. I'm actually going to throw it right over to the commentators. You guys can take it away and enjoy yourselves.
All right. Thank you very much, Stunny. Yeah, we're getting prepped to jump into the second map now. As the analyst had mentioned, it is going to be over on Mirage. Probably, of course, not the greatest hopes for the guys over on Winterfox at all. But hey, we'll wait and see. Maybe they'll pick up 5 runs this time. Who knows? It's a big mystery here at the ESL Pro League.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen.
Can Winterfox get...
Whoa!
What the...
That's not the right one.
You misspelled go dazed. It's weird.
Where's the WWW?
It's a weird way to spell go dazed, actually. Very odd way to spell go dazed.
It's a little bit different there. But yeah, the players are getting warmed up now. So we're just waiting for them to ready up, and then we'll jump into the match and just see how it goes, I guess. But they're readied up now, and it looks like we're on the live on 3. So we can jump into the full screen match and take a look at how exactly things are going to go. Which probably is going to be the same thing, since Misfits, are playing with normal ping, except for Amadek, because he's also playing from France. So that just adds another element to this interesting matchup here. But Winterfox buying into it, getting everything pretty normal as well as that's concerned. Same thing for Misfits over there. Just 1 player, 2 players actually buying into the utility, 3 more buying up armor. Sean actually right out to mid, but tagged a little bit early on, just for 20 HP. That's not a huge deal just yet. Just taking that B Hall's control too, leading all the way up to the apartments there. But, oh, Imagine actually surprises.
What was the strategy there?
I don't know. Sean just leaping out into the open on his own, and Imagine's waiting down at the bottom of connectors, so there goes that kill. I mean, at the very least, did draw attention towards mid, but the problem is they waited so long to actually get out of the palaces, or get out of the apartments, so now we've got the full rotate coming in from the CTs here. 1-to-1 trade on the site. Shazam picks up the equalizers. It brings it down to a 3-on-3. The swing's also about to come in, I think, from Devo Duvek over here, too, who's going to be able to pick up a double kill that isolates all the pressure on the site, puts us into a 2v1, and it just leaves Zeusy alive over here in the kitchen now. He's going to swing out looking for the headshot, but Devo Duvek ends things with his 3rd kill on the round and puts Misfits right up on the starting board with the advantage here.
I don't know what Sean was thinking there, man. Like, he's just... First off, he jumped out to middle to get behind the box with the flashbang, and that flashbang doesn't do that much. Like, it's pretty easy to... not necessarily dodge it, but like the timing has to be right, that the player's already out connector and the player's already probably peeking window, and even that flash barely gets the window guy, so you have to hope that he doesn't get killed while he jumps behind there, and then he tries to jump to the right. I don't know. Just didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Scratch that from the playbook, man. that was rough.
It was just a distraction. So they could get into B.
Yeah.
So at least 1 kill you can get out in mid. Well, now we have Winterfox again, just posting their defenses all over the place here. Just again, in case anybody did miss it, there was the pings of those players. 2 of them over 200 at this point in time. And they've got the shotgun up close, however, Imagine...
That was like 3 inches to the left.
Is going to miss that one. Zeusy catching at least 1 trade here, but that's pretty much full control now for Misfits, except over here on like steps, which if they overpeak it, they're dead anyway. Shazam's just killing people through smoke. Raz, last man standing, is spotted, or they see the shot from the guy on the steps over here. Amanek's going to chase him down. He's at 9 HP. Really just trying to stay alive so he can keep this gun rolling into the next round there. Trying to bait a player to peeking, but it doesn't even matter. Devo Duvek just gets the frack anyway, and Misfits win it out while only losing Sean in that second round.
Just an insane round by Misfits.
Couldn't get this kind of stuff on like a tier 1 European match.
No.
Not at all. just not viewable from there. Well, Winterfox onto the full save here. And that's still there, apparently. As Winterfox are going to move themselves over. Just a full stack on the B site, and even the chance to gamble is not really working out here for Winterfox. As Misfits are going to the other site, and they're about to walk right in, find it open, no smokes or anything resisting them on that point. Sean might get surprised a little bit. I don't think that's actually going to end up being the case, though. He's just posted up here on the far right, which means I don't think APOC, unless he peeks all the way out, is even going to see him. He did succeed in getting the jump, looked away at the wrong moment. Still, however, is able to recover before he takes any damage at all. Raz gets knocked out, I think, trying to rotate over there to the murder hole. Amadek just swinging his gun all sorts of directions here. Shazam moving in, trying to kill more, and he's going to get him. As he takes out Imagine, Sean kills Zeusy, and Shazam follows through with the last one. Easy cleanups for Misfits here, to be expected with Winterfox on their full save. Now that they get into the buy round, we'll see what they have to offer us with M4s in hand.
Couple umps being saved by Misfits, so they'll use that in this upcoming round. No op on Winterfox, no mollies or anything like that.
And overall, just a pretty normal buy into the first round from Winterfox here. So Misfits themselves, we can see Devo Duvek is going to start himself off with a mid push, but it is going to be slightly delayed. They have 2 smokes, it looks like, getting deployed out through the underpass there. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but now Sean is going to try to creep his own way up here, giving themselves the second smoke to give him further movement. He did just miss a player in connector, and actually, Imagine is not only able to strike to take down Devo Duvek, but APOC also finds Sean out here. So just like that, 3v5, advantage to Winterfox here, and Offnu still waiting for them to push outside of the apartments. It's going to be a little bit rough for him, but still gets the kill. More to come, flashback out, which means he's going to retreat to the backside there, but actually, APOC now coming in to assist as well. It's down to Shazam to pull up a 1v5 now. Probably not going to be looking so hot, but he can definitely rack up a few kills before he does end up going down. Quite a few, in fact. Both of the remaining players on that B-bumps and are incredibly low. Raz at 1, Offnu sitting at 21 HP. A new player is taking position out in the kitchen window, though, and that is where Zeus is going to be able to strike, finishing off Shazam and finally giving Winterfox a round.
Yeah, and they wanted to go through Cat pretty quickly. They smoked window and they smoked top mid. And then Sean gets behind the box. He throws a Cat smoke, but it all was so slowly developing, and they didn't have flashbangs while they were coming up Cat to connector or flashbangs on Cat. You know, sometimes SK does that strat, but they do it at such a faster pace and with such better like flashbangs and fast utility. But yeah, that was pretty rough by I'm just gonna die to Raz.
This was that nice position over there, right outside of the underpass. However, I think this is the second time they tried to do that, so Almanac is going to be able to trade it out this time. APOC, though, finds another kill. Right back at it. Down 6, I believe it was. But there's also Devo Duvek chiming back in, so things are rated pretty evenly here as the trades continue to go back and forth. Devo Duvek actually just a monster over on that A-bomb site, just single-handedly bringing his team back into this round. May not end up battering too much, though, as now the bomb has gone down over towards top metal, though I'm not sure if Winterfox realized yet. They're not really doing a whole lot to try and defend it there. They're even, in fact, pushing through underpass here to try and go back over towards this hall. So, I mean, Amanek's completely free to just go pick this bomb back up and run it over to the other site, if he should choose to, but they still have a minute left on the clock, mind you, after all these kills. It's still left down to an even 2v2, and Misfits are not really limited on their own degree to actually pick this up and take it to either bomb site just yet. But for the time
I don't think Winterfox knows the bomb's down.
No, I don't think they do either. And Almanek's going to pick up one of the 2 remaining kills as they catch Offnu picking out. APOC, he's set up for this, but the problem is Devo Duvek also looking towards that. He's making some really nice shots, actually, just swinging out from these angles here. So he'll be able to clean up there, and just like that, Misfits back in the lead, and that should reset Winterfox back down to just basics here. They're probably going to try to force into it to empty out their bank again, but that's all they're going to be able to do now.
To be honest, if I was on Misfits, I would not be trying to play with any strategy. I'd just be like, all right, everybody go to a spot and everybody fight.
I think that's like sort of the other thing to consider too, is obviously Misfits is definitely not going to be giving it their best necessarily. Maybe not the best choice of words, but they're not putting in any advanced strats or anything they would have planned. Not necessarily that they would have had a whole lot of time to try and plan this with Devo Duvek and Almanac just yet either. So
it's like a direct counter though. They did a mid push for Winterfox, and Misfits just ran right out A with 4 players.
Yeah, now Winterfox trying to put their defenses over here towards the A-bomb site. Raz sneaking in a nice kill. One of the other members of Misfits, Devo Duvek, is actually incredibly low at 18 HP. The smoke, though, is going to restrict the presence from Raz. They still do have the player over here by steps with an angle on a deagle. However, he's drawn back out. Almanac picking up a double kill here from up on top of the platform, and he even gets himself a 3rd before we see the round close out there. Misfits up to 5 now, and a full save about to roll in for Winterfox.
Winterfox could win this if they just got 5 auto snipers.
It's going to be a lot of saving before they get to that point.
Worth it. It's their best chance. Double save right now. Don't buy anything.
No. They bought in the pistols this time, so definitely not going to be seeing opposite in the next round.
When you play with 200 ping and you off,
Yeah, the inter.
Every shot is
Insane. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
Yeah. The lag compensation gets crazy at that pace. Well, this round they're not getting much done, unfortunately. Pretty quick cleanup here. They do catch Shazam over peak and connector just a tad, so Zeusie's able to catch a kill off of that. Probably going to end up being short-lived. Actually, no, Apox surprises from underpass. Again, they're getting kills from all these like cheeky little plays. Unfortunately, they're not faring very well to actually follow it through with outright round victories. So now it's just Raz left alone. In the 1v3, Almanac even left himself in mid to pay attention in case anyone tried to flank out through the window or connector here, so he's going to be ready for this. In fact, just spotted him there. Raz looking for headshots, can't get any. Almanac closes out again, and Misfits up to 6.
one more save, Winterfox.
They might do it, actually. They're not buying anything. Nope. They like half buy.
Poor Sean goes 1 and 5. 2 and 3 on sick.
Devo Duvek 12 and 1.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The greatest debut in EPL history.
Comes out busting, dude. So Sean or Shazam now going to be waiting over here inside of the palace for the shot. Looks like it hits actually, but it did for a very small amount. On the repeat though, he is going to be able to catch him. Now Raz responding with a nice headshot off the Deagle. They're taking down Sick. Unfortunately, he's been surrounded, so he's not going to be able to get much else done without having to peek out into the open. There's the nice follow-through to be able to finish off Shazam, though. He gets eliminated, bringing this down to a 2v3. Site control is fully in the favor of Misfits, however. Not only have we seen APOC push back into CT behind Ticket, but Imagine is also restricted over here. However, he does have a lurk working his way over, and he's going to be able to sneak back in. What's even better is that APOC just snuck a kill off onto Sean. So now it's down to Almanac, but he's got one going for the second. He does indeed once again close out here for the Misfits as he continues to save him. Fighting against his new French teammate there to, well, not necessarily new, but fighting against his French teammate for the higher score at this point.
Just insane round by Almanac. He actually has 150 ping, so yeah, I forget about that. Who are the ones with higher ping? Like, is Imagine from Australia or is he from New Zealand?
Well, Australia will be further. Like, just in terms of landmass. I don't know if the routing's different, but Shazam catches the nice first kill there. I don't know. We could look that up, actually, to see if Imagine's one. I know it's 3 New Zealand players and 2 Australian players.
Oh, okay.
So 2 of them are Australian as far as I know. Nice sneaking kill for Imagine. They keep finding these kills in mid by hiding behind smokes. Unfortunately, though, it's really leading to like 1 or 2 at most, and then they continue to get traded back. So we're in another situation. 3v3. Almanac picks up an important kill. APOC does catch Sick this time, though, so putting us back down into a 2v2. The bomb not yet having escaped into B. However, APOC did miss Shazam while he was still hiding in the smoke there on Cat. So now the problem is nobody's paying attention to this doorway at all. If Almanac peeks, he can just kill both of them right now. And they're not even going to resist him. Catches the first one. Thankfully, the guy jumped out the window here, but what? What? APOC, it's not even looking. So Almanac has time to cancel the reload, switch guns, pull out his AK again, and then still get the kill. Oh my goodness.
Crazy hype by you, Boo. Fake hype.
Thanks, man. It's not fake.
Fake news.
It's not fake.
And then nickname you CNN.
This is all real news here. The ESL Pro League.
Oh man, you're going into very fake news category.
All right. Well, we do see Sean picking up the first kill on this round, knocking out Raz, and for the rest of Winterfox, again, for the most part, mainly just working with upgraded pistols. Misfits actually did hold back a little bit here, too, to make sure they don't get surprised on by players, you know, trying to hide behind smokes and whatnot, or just make these aggressive pushes. Zeusy catching the 1 kill, but this has happened so many times. It's not really anything that they're going to have to worry about. They still have the site. They've got a 4v2. All they really got to do now is find where APOC is, and nope, there you go. The second they find him, down he goes. It's just Zeusy. They know where he's at. It's under control. Misfits going to get their 9th in a second. Unless Zeusy just goes off. And in all reality, I don't even think he's going to try to make a play. This one, Molly's off behind him. And actually, no, I may be wrong. He might just try to peek it. We'll see in a second. Holding off now as he finally finally does decide to go for it. The timing of the flashbang could not have been better, however, for Misfits, as it does hit him right in the face, and following it through, Sean swings in to pick up the final kill. As Misfits continue to push themselves forward. They finally got an op, meanwhile, over in the Winterfox camp. Unfortunately, it's only one op, and there's going to be no one else picking it up. It'll be in the hands of Raz, and we'll see if he can make any more of an increased impact with it as the Misfits continue to just plow forward into an easy victory, seemingly at this point.
Way too many M4s though on Misfits. I'm telling you, like you could come close, but you need to have like 3 ops.
Yeah.
Actually, didn't we see SK play from Europe and beat Selfless?
Yeah, they did.
2-0, right?
I think so.
Or was it Rush?
Rush got close. Rush had like a 16. Rush had like a 16.
But they still beat them.
They did.
Like SK did.
Yeah, SK did. Yeah, it was like 16-14 or something.
Yeah, and they put it like 200 ping.
Mm-hmm.
And they probably offed a lot.
But yeah, we didn't. I don't think we showed that game, so that would have been on the other stream, I think. Well, it's going pretty quickly here once again, without much sign of a resistance from Winterfox here. Imagine finding himself in position in sandwich, but nothing else. Again, you're looking at max 1 to 2 kills here, but yeah, not even going to get that. Sean Garrett's taking him out. Misfits up to 10 now. He's a little bit tired. I want to hear your play-by-play for this next round. Let's get at it. Come on.
Winterfox with 200 ping. Buys up. Again. Incredible teamwork coming out from the Misfits guys to running around and headshot them as they react a second later. Shazam jumping out middle is an easy op kill onto Raz. Molotov's the window to get up catwalk quickly, but Offnu destroys the players coming up catwalk, and Zeusy in the underpass gets a freebie on Babadook. Imagine on the flank, he's going to get bombed. No, he's not going to get bombed down. What should be a for sure free kill does not end in that. Now Apoc set up perfectly in position in the halls to get this kill onto Almanac, get the bomb down, and probably leverage that into a round win. So there's the bomb down. His teammate disconnected from him on catwalk. Going up middle, he should be heard by Offnu right now, so Offnu should know where he is. They have 2 players in the B halls. They have eyes on bomb. They should be able to spot catwalk relatively easily. Offnu kind of watching their back, making sure they don't have any worries about the flank. And as he comes up, dies to Zeusy in the side of the head. And that's my play-by-play, Blue.
You know where you can see more cool plays like that?
Where?
Over at youtube.com/bluecsgo.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you have uploaded besides stuff with your drone?
I think that's all that's on there, actually. I think I made a video on like how to get into casting once, but that was it.
Really?
Yeah.
What was it? What was the gist of it?
Well, it was just explaining like the industry and stuff. People kept asking me for it, so I just made it as an excuse to like not reply to them, but instead just link the video instead. It was like a quick way to get out of that whenever people ask. It's just like in my Twitch thing now, like the little part at the bottom where people can go and check that out. Links them right over to the YouTube video.
Didn't you start in Guild Wars?
I did actually. That's correct.
The greatest Guild Wars caster of all time. Were you like the A-list Guild Wars caster?
As A-list as you could get in that game.
Yeah.
I got to go to China. It was cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. Well, Shazam catching the first kill over here now onto Apoc, taking him back down. Raz as well at 11 HP.
Did you like Guild Wars or WoW more?
Guild Wars.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to sound super nerdy saying this, right? But Guild Wars is actually like a lot more skill-based. Because you actually, it was kind of like...
It's all PvP, right?
Yeah, well, the part that I did was like the part they tried to push for esports. But there was actually like a dodge mechanic where you could like activate like a dodge button to get out of the way of abilities. It was pretty cool. But yeah, just didn't hit the ground running, unfortunately. So I ended up having a lot of issues. Well, Misfits again controlling the situation here. Another somewhat close round, but the problem is again, Winterfox aren't in optimal positioning, so yeah, they're just going to end up getting pushed out by players on Misfits again, and Raz is down at like 11 HP, so he's going to be back over here, probably end up peeking out, or just hiding in the corner trying to save at the very least. I don't think we've once seen actually anyone from Winterfox.
How many MMOs have you played, Blue?
I've played a lot, actually.
Really?
It's usually for like pretty short periods of time.
I've tried like a lot, and I never liked any except for the first one I ever played.
Which was that?
Guess.
I don't know.
That's 13.
EverQuest?
Yep.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I used to love that game when I was
That game was
13.
hard. I've never actually played EverQuest, but it was like apparently really hardcore.
Yeah, it was like the most most hardcore game ever.
Yeah. And I played most like major MMO releases for at least like the start of them.
Yeah, they're just all the same thing.
Yeah, a lot of them just try to like.
Every time I ever try to play an MMO, it's the same thing. You get in the game. There's a bunch of things that tell you what to do. You just follow a line, and then you collect 8 boar hides. And I'm just like, it's every single one is the same thing. And I'm just like, this is so boring. Once you do the same quest for 15 years, it's like, come on.
Yeah,
It's like, come on. That was the thing I liked about EverQuest. You literally just spawned in a world and you had no idea what was going on. And you just died over and over again. And it was the worst. It was so aggravating.
All right, well, getting back into the match here now as we are on the last round of the half. Things have gone pretty similarly to our last map over on Inferno now. It's 12-2, Winterfox forcing into it with 2 scouts and 3 5-7s. An interesting pie. It's like the eco double up that we're looking at right now here. So they upgrade themselves a bit, but Misfits don't even have reason to fear them anymore. Just walking through the ramp smoke, and it's not even the first player that gets the kill. It's Demo Duvek. There was a stack here. Flashbangs don't even seem to matter, though. Imagine just snuck in a kill. Everyone dies. So Raz is now alone. They know where he's at. They're going to molly him out to prevent him from pushing back in, as he's going to be holding here. Smokes start to roll in to just allow for the safe plant. They obviously don't want to get things too crazy here.
Do you have any idea how quickly I would have beat that guy? I would have not used any nades. I would have just flown to him. He has a scout with 300 ping.
All right, well, stick around, guys, as the second half here, we'll get to see if Winterfox have any more fight left in them, or if it is just going to be a crushing second half from Misfits. It's coming up in just a moment here at the ESL Pro League.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Logitech G, Pay Safeguard, Legion Lenovo, Mountain Dew League, and ESEA.
Welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen, here to the ESL Pro League. We're still live here with Winterfox versus Misfits. Things going pretty much as planned here, with Misfits dominating not only our first map over on Inferno, but part of the course here for Mirage as well, as they're currently up 13-2 at the end of the first half here. But it is looking like the teams are pretty much ready to jump into the second half, so we're not going to have much of a delay here. But before we do that, we have the stats from things getting really loopy now. It's looking like we're going sideways almost here. It is looking like you know, the stats tell pretty much the whole story, right? Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, Winterfox is ice cold, some may say.
It's a good one. It's a good one. But yeah, going.
Not just this match, pretty much the entire season.
So going into the second half now, Winterfox are going to try to push themselves through the apartments quickly. They've already been found out. They've got a player stacked on the site. Hello, here's Amanek. Okay, Sean apparently gets that kill. But that was a really bad insert there for a moment. But it is looking like actually a fairly even trade at the end of it. But Winterfox still, you know, kind of dislocated here. However, Imagine and Zeusy bringing it back. And all of a sudden, tables have turned seemingly out of nowhere. And it's just Sick alone in a 1v2. But lines up a first headshot. Wasn't expecting to find the second player so quickly. Gets himself over here to the arch position and is looking for that last kill. 58 versus 70 HP. He's got 5 bullets left in the USP there, and is going all in here now. Finally giving himself a chance to reload. Still actually has a lot of ammo too, as he just recently got into this engagement. Oh, he actually thought Imagine might have crossed there for a moment, but what? Okay. Imagine gets that kill there, and there we'll have it. Winterfox picks up the round as they claim the second half pistol.
Yeah, they actually haven't done 2-4 on the pistols. I think they're 2 for 4.
Yeah. They've been looking pretty good on the pistols, actually. So they've been able to, at the very least, kind of keep things together there. Unfortunately, I think the last pistol they won, they got ecoed immediately afterwards. Misfits just played it really slowly. That may not actually prove to be the case, so they do have a large amount of players in mid where Winterfox are trying to send a lot of their early round aggression towards them, and that is where this could kind of prove dangerous. We hope that Offnu can make a clean entry and at least draw a bit more of a distraction from that area of the map. But Sick swinging out, actually doesn't get the kill. Shazam did, but he was traded. Omanek finishes the job against Imagine, and now Raz trying to move back in, picks up the kill on Omanek. Has not eliminated Sean, however, who's going to swing back up here. Sick giving him the cue to leap back down, and now, however, they're going to pinch them as they have another player. No, excuse me. He's moving away from top men and going back through CT all the way inside of the pallets out onto A now. So they're prioritizing the plant instead of just killing these last 2 players. That's going to give both Sick and Sean time to regroup here. Not only that, but they both have picked up rifles now as well, with armor sitting behind it. So they've got a pretty good chance to eco here once again against Winterfox and try to push this to an early victory if they can. But Offnu is expecting some sneakier stuff to be deployed back over here. Sick takes the battle. It is a loss, however, against Zeusy, and now it is just left to Sean Garrison, a 1v2. Sneaking back up, finds a free kill to start things off onto Offnu, bringing us down to the 1v1 and not wasting any time leaping back out. He's not found Zeusy just yet, however, but still gets the flick to finish things off there and the follow-up spray. So there you have it. The eco round gives Misfits their 14th, and they're right back in control of the lead.
That was a really nice shot by Sean, actually. Look at how fast he just flicks to him. Not wasting any time taking him out there. So that will pretty much end all the hope out there for Winterfox's fans. I imagine, based on the way they played towards the end of that last map, that they're just going to continuously keep forcing into this as much as they can, and that indeed is the story, at least here in this round, as they go for the Deagle, Tech 9. We've got a Galil buy on Zeus, UMP for Offnu, and a Scout coming in on Raz, but Misfits are fully equipped with either UMPs or rifles for them to play with. No ops actually being picked up, but Shazam's going to go out, finds quite a few players. Doubt he's going to re-peek that now, but it does act as a warning for Sick, who, again, only really able to catch 1 kill here. And Shazam trying to re-peek into that to trade, not able to get much done. It's going to probably have to be Omanek, but even he kind of ends up on the losing side of that original battle. Shazam only getting 1 kill here. Raz took down Omanek, and Zeusy takes out Shazam, so now just 2 left alive for the Misfits. Real possibility, you know, once again, that Winterfox would be able to turn the tables and bring this back a little bit. Still, obviously, a long road to go in the overall sense of the game, but in its current situation, they could battle back slightly more. Devoduvek is going to try to make this a tad trickier as he sneaks out through the palace and is going to look for this flank over on the T ramp. But that will take a few moments before it comes to fruition. In the meantime, Sean sneaking back in. Thankfully for him, nobody's really paying attention to that murder hole area if he did decide to go back in, but not taking that route either. Just creeping all the way through CT, up to the ticket booth, and probably going to take the normal route once Devoduvek is in position. But all this time now spent has allowed for Winterfox to get into their own post plans. They are going to be a little bit more hunkered down. They won't necessarily be out in the open. Zeusy immediately taking down Devoduvek as he holds behind the T-sided firebox spot. This is going to lead him into a spot where he's going to be found out immediately by Sean, but this also gives Sean away. And now as he moves back in, spots Raz, still has to be able to detect his opponent on the other side and defuse this bomb as well. Good damage done. APOC, though, goes in. I think he's trying to knife him, assuming he just went for the defuse, but that's not the case. And now APOC's unfortunately going to die more than likely here while Sean escapes. The round, though, will go into the favor of Winterfox. So, not sure what really even happened that round, Blue, to be honest.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. It's, right at the beginning, it seems like they kind of overplay their hand a little bit on the offense.
Shazam just whiffed in the back. That's what happened, I remember.
Yeah.
That guy had connector. Shazam had like 20 bullets in a guy's back. Wasn't able to capitalize on the kill.
Misfits still going for the force-up, however, since they can chase down the economy a bit more on the Winterfox side and just try to, well, not only that too, but if they just trade out rounds, they're eventually just going to win the game anyway, so it still serves a purpose for them. And immediately, APOC, while spotting Shazam, is not going to be able to fire off in time here. They know that they have presence. And while, oh goodness, Sick with a nice early shot, Devoduvek not getting as lucky there as he pushes himself up. It's Imagine that claims the second kill now. Sick's gonna make a dive attempt, though nobody's paying attention to the sandwich spot. Gets himself a scout, a little bit too slow, however, on the pull-out to be able to pick up a 3rd kill for himself. Now Omanek sneaking back in with the CZ. A little bit of trouble finding that kill against Raz, so he will pick up the kill on Omanek, and now it's just Sean, but he's got the M4 to play with, and that nade goes deep, almost gets the kill on Raz. Down to 4 HP, though. He's now 1 tappable by Sean as he tries to creep back up, hoping for a peek. He does not have a kit, mind you, so he does need to speed this up a little bit. He's given time to blunt the CZ so close. As
1 HP.
now, Zeusy survives the encounter with a single point of health. But it's going to be enough to give Winterfox another round and put Misfits onto a full eco here. So a little bit of fighting spirit coming out from the Oceanic team now as they try their best to stay in this game. They'll at the very least push their scoreline up to...
Are jump throw scripts still allowed?
So that's interesting.
Everybody still uses them.
Yeah, well the issue is, right, is they restricted them, but the problem is that you could still do that. Like someone posted the video where they just like hot glued like a piece of plastic to both the keys. Like the jump, like they bounded their nade key to like Alt or whatever's next to the spacebar, and then they just made it so that like, you know, I can just hit both these keys at the same time, because they're glued together. And so it was kind of like, yeah, we can't really enforce this. So it
jump throw whenever you want.
Yeah, so nobody really enforces it now because it's pretty impossible to tell what's that and what's like, you know, someone just pressing both keys at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, after the save goes pretty predictably, Winterfox do crush it there. Now we're on to the next buy round here for Misfits. M4s across the board with the exception of Amanek, who is going to be going for the UMP to be able to add a little bit of extra utility. That is the one thing Misfits will be limited on here. However, that does not seem to matter too much as in a lot of the engagements, again, obviously with the ping differential there, taking Winterfox a moment to spot these players, Misfits still end up winning it out most of the time anyway here. Now, as they do move in, once again, a fast A push here. Devo Duvek under some pressure from the trip stack, but thankfully he's blocked on that one. However, still only going to be able to pick up one kill as Imagine trades him back out, and similar troubles for Sick there as he's struggling to hit anything. Shazam only finding one, and ends up in a 3v2 now with full site control for Winterfox. Nobody from Misfits alive in the jungle, both in fact trying to work their way over here up to Ticket Booth. But Zusi caught looking away, still able to recover those. Amanek, unfortunately, is a little bit too slow to react on his own regard when he pushes back. And remember, he's also playing with pretty high ping right now. And now it's just left to Sean Garrison, 1v3. May not even try to go for this, we'll see. Actually looking like he might make an attempt at it after all. But Zusi lines up the nice headshot, and it's keeping Winterfox in the match now, up to 7.
And this A side, they're just taking control and playing this post plan. Every single round win so far, really. As they smoked off jungle, left connector open. And smoked upstairs.
And another save run rolling in for the Misfits as well. Pretty light bot on at 6, able to get himself armor and a smoke behind his pistol, but everybody else is just picking that up without putting anything else into this one this time. Fast mid control from the Winterfox camp. And we have Sean waiting inside of the ladder here to try to catch the players up close. He gets one. Now he's only got one bullet though, and that, yeah, did not have time to retrieve that AK and pick it up. So he was pretty much dead from the get-go there, unless he hit an instant headshot at that range. So expected trade in that regard. And now we see Winterfox just flooding into the B-bomb site to take control. They are pinched to a certain degree, you'll note. Thankfully for Winterfox, Misfits obviously still working with pretty lackluster gun power, but they've got players working their way in from not only the market, but the apartments. Doesn't really lead to all that much, though, as they don't really coordinate it that well, it seems, and Winterfox are still able to knock them out one by one and win out the round.
Yeah, so Misfits now on the first full buy, really, I think, because it's the only time Shazam has had an op, right?
Yep, so far in this half, anyway.
Fox has a lot of money built up. I'm surprised they've even really gotten to this point.
But yeah, now Shazam on with that op. This is going to be something a little more dangerous than Winterfox to pay attention to. And you can see sort of an immediate adjustment. For the most part, they've been really happy to just go directly into mid right at the start of the round. But this time now they know that that op is going to be a problem. Well, they hold it up, and they're going to try to go for underpass pressure instead. Good Molotov, though. Knocks about 25 HP early on against Zusi, and not only this, but holds back the overall plans, I imagine, since they are once again wanting to try and take this into the A-bomb site. Still only a 3-man defense set up there, too. The difference is they have Amanek already waiting inside of the ladder room here, instead of just having a guy waiting out by window. And, well, there you go. Apoc tries to peek. Shazam gets that kill. No reason for Amanek to break the vents just yet. In fact, it's looking like they're actually... No, he's going towards CT, excuse me. Sick, though, finding off new. And that's the bomb as well, so as he tries to push forward, that is a little bit over-aggressive, but it does serve a dual purpose to get them into. The problem is they now let Zusi out from the palace over there, but Shazam rolls over, and that decision to rotate out through the murder hole and get himself over towards Ticket works beautifully as he gets a triple kill at the end of it. And that will almost certainly seal the deal for Misfits here. They'll still have to go up against a fully invested round due to Winterfox building up that cash, but there's only one more need, and Winterfox need to do 7 straight to take it to OT.
Really good spawn for Shazam at middle. Nobody should really be able to contest that right away. They have to wait off their smokes.
And Zusi, once again, is rolling out. Devoduvic didn't even have time to prep for that one, so they just kind of run out once more and get that early entry. So now this is going to lead into possible control too, because they all tried to stack mid in hopes of Winterfox once again going for that control. But the problem is what they haven't gone for that once again here. Shazam getting a little bit freaked out there by the Molotov, so he decided to smoke it. Oh, and Almanac bails him out big time there. He was a goner if not for that. However, still APOC moving himself back in from the other side. Gets the kill anyway against Shazam, and not only that, but he's going to be able to go back up the ramp further, killing Almanac. Sean traded out onto one player, but that is going to be it. Winterfox bounce right back, up to 9 now, as that's going to reset the Misfits economy.
And I imagine they'd save, since they only need one more round. They might as well just save until they have fully bought rounds from here on out. I'd even save the round after this, to be honest.
Money's actually looking pretty drastic.
I mean, they just go A every single round, except for that round they EQ'd up Cat with 5.
Yeah, once again, it may even still be a possibility for them to try and push it on this round too, if they go through the underpass instead of deploying out. But it is looking like we might see a follow-through. At the moment, still just getting posted up for smokes and one-up. But Sean's going to spot this. He has Almanac coming into support as well. And Sean is sticking up on top despite being completely blinded out. Was hoping he'd recover in time, but does not end up being the case. It's actually Sick rotating into Market that catches the first kill. And it's just a headshot to finish the job that had earlier damage done by Almanac. You know, Shazam takes the place of Sick after he immediately goes back down, but there's really not any room for Devoduvic and Shazam to get much done here. However, still, a few kills can be snuck back off, as we do see Shazam picking one up with the Deagle now. And Devoduvic rotating in close behind him, but he's just working on a default pistol there. Shazam, nice Deagle shots, though. Hits a second now. All of a sudden, we're even, and Shazam has an AK. He's going to be able to creep back up. Devoduvic countered out the flank. Raz did get that kill on Shazam, and I don't think Devoduvic's going back into the site with the time allotted here. He's got an AK. He's got time to fall back around here and try to save out, so that seems to be what he's going to do. One more peek over there from Catwalk to try and see if he could catch Raz peeking up the window, but won't happen. Won't be able to drop that out, but at the very least, did massive damage, and will continue to bring down the Winterfox money a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, actually, they don't have as much money as I thought, but just because, I mean, obviously, right, one round and then they lose, I don't think the money's going to be that much of a factor. So Misfits does buy. They actually get a really good buy, since they did save that AK. Without that AK, you'd be looking at probably one more ump or something like that. But they do get a double op setup. And now it's a little bit more slowed down from Winterfox.
Needing to take their time with this. They do go back to the mid control. Misfits still have a 3-man play over on A with no one watching mid. No one even really trying to peek towards it either. They may have Shazam checking it every once in a while, but for the most part, he's going to be focused on holding things out from his own position as the smoke does roll in from over top. That will allow them to push up towards Connector for free here, but they are going to have to be careful of the catwalk since they have not been able to smoke that back off. If the B player, more notably probably going to end up being Sean, ends up wanting to go for it, well, they can move back in. The problem is their smoke was imperfect, so now Shazam catches one moving out, but again, it's one and traded back out. Now Devoduvic, we've got to see him multi-frag here, but he's been pinned, gets 2, traded back out by Raz now before he can pick up a 3rd kill, evening this into another situation where we're going to be down to a 2v2. Almanac still hoping he can catch players on the peak, but now he's been smoked back off. Sean having rotated in, thankfully already towards jungle. Ken, confirming, okay, you're good to rotate back in over here and join me. So as they do push back up, the real problem is going to be finding where these Winterfox players are at. That Molotov would have given away the Firebox player, but another missed up shot here, this time from Almanac, gives Zusi the kill on not only him, but also allowing him to follow through with a very aggressive peek to take down Sean.
What's going on, Blue?
I don't know.
Shazam should not have repeat there. He should have waited until his teammate got contact sandwich, definitely. I don't know where the 3rd player was, though, but... Devoduvic? Devoduvic.
Yeah.
He's having a lot of trouble with that. Actually, no, he was in sandwich. So he's the one that, yeah. If Shazam gets that first kill and he waits until sandwich makes contact and then peeks again or just holds A halls, like, almost certainly they win that round.
Well, Sick will catch the first kill, trying to get more, but it is requiring them to get... Oh, okay, Shazam. Oh my God, Shazam! him. It's APOC off through, and then the third one. Incredible shot onto Imagine. All of a sudden, it's Raz in a 1v3. Shazam tries to end it. He can't do it, but Amanek can. And on a full eco round, Misfits will put this map to a close as they finally take it. It was almost looking like we were going to go to overtime for a minute there, but we do indeed see Misfits coming out on top with the 2-0 victory.
Yeah, it took them a while, but I mean, there was no real like threat in my mind that Winterfox was going to win that. It's just too difficult to win that many rounds in a row when they have that, you know, losing bonus for that long, and obviously, you know, the ping factor and everything else.
Yeah, obviously, it's always going to come back to bite them near the end of it. So let's bring the analysts into the conversation now. Obviously, a much closer matchup that time, and get their thoughts on, you know, how exactly they accomplished this much closer scoreline.
You know, if Shazam had been hitting deagle shots like that the entire game, then it probably wouldn't have even gotten to that point.
No, God, no. If he was hitting those kind of shots, we probably would have been looking at a 16-2, 16-3 type of scoreline. More similar to the first map, but in the end, and Misfits end up with two Ws, which is kind of the goal coming into it. They, I guess, had a bit of a go with their new teammates as well, see what they were capable of, and we did see some good moments from them, but obviously not a real, like, yeah, not a real opponent in that sense that you can, you know, test your real mettle on because of the ping situation for Winterfox.
Now, in case you tuned in at the very end there and you didn't quite understand why there's such an asterisk going into this one, so the short explanation is that the entire Winterfox roster is in the Oceanic region right now, playing on a server here in North America. And then on the Misfits side of the equation, they have 2 new French players to their team. One of which is seemingly not stateside yet. So it's most definitely a situation that's rather out of their hands if you're the Winterfox side of things.
Yeah.
And for all intents and purposes, in favor of the Misfits.
Oh, no, there's not even a question. I think you can live with having one guy having 150 ping and, you know, not have 5 people at least 200.
Now, yeah, I mean, that's absolutely right. I want to personally, I know we were kind of harping on them for, you know, they had a slow start to the season. They you know, they're across the other pond. But I personally want to say, you know, good job. You know, guys stuck with it. It takes a lot of heart to go in there and just kind of know that the odds are almost insurmountable against you. But yeah, good job on sticking it out. And I guess GGWP, yeah, showing heart, sticking with it. Obviously, we see the 2 Ws there for Misfits over Winterfox, kind of as we forecasted. Not too terribly much to take away from those.
No, I guess if anything, you kind of want to be a tiny bit worried for Misfits CT side on Mirage, because if you let that many rounds go through versus a team with that high ping, you definitely have some stuff to work on. But I guess, you know, there's always time for that. There's
definitely an interesting one. It'll go down with an asterisk, but we will have known what had happened.
Yeah.
But with that being said, we do have another matchup for you guys. It's going to be Complexity and Immortals, which we'll be going to after, I think, a little bit of an extended break because of the quickness in which these matches did conclude. I would also like to take this time to shout out to the homies over at YouTube, where you can find all the VODs and all the good stuff going forward and even going backwards in time, watching throughout the entire season. Head over to youtube.com/ESLCS. That's where all the good videos are. You know, we're going into Complexity Immortals after the break. Are you excited?
Yeah, no, it definitely should be the game of the night in that sense.
It should be the game of the night. It's actually the only game of the night that we've got left to cover. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we got a doubleheader with those 2 teams, Complexity and Immortals. We'll be right back.